Well, as we approach the run into our second season, I'm starting to get a sense that this might end in bitter disappointment. We're in an 8 horse race at the top of the table. However, we are currently the eighth horse in that race, and that means we'd be the only one to miss out on Europe. We're well clear of the rest. We've made huge progress from last season. With just a few games to go and some big sides to face at Craven Cottage, we're going to need a miracle to sneak into the top seven and secure European football for next season. Yes, hello and welcome along to part 12 of this FM09 Let's Retro save from Fulham FC as we return, as you can see from the right side of the screen, with 8 games to go in our second Premier League season. No matter what happens from here, huge progress. In fact, we've almost mathematically secured 8th place. But as you can see, while we've got games in hand, the points gap to the sides above is just starting to increase. We've dropped to 8th. We've had a couple of disappointing days, and away from home, we are struggling to win matches a little bit. And that means that with these games to go and the likes of Chelsea, Liverpool, etc. to come to Craven Cottage before the end of the season, we're going to have to beat some of them and hope for other results to go our way if we want to sneak 7th and that European place. If we don't get it, my big worry is not the progress of this saving, etc., but more the squad, because there are a few players unhappy and I feel European football could help them. At the moment, though, looks like that's going to be just missed out on. So if you're looking forward to seeing if we can produce a miracle today as we go away to Blackburn, who are battling relegation, and host Chelsea, our West London rivals, who are of course battling at the top, then please do chuck a thumbs up on the video. But for now, let's go and take you through what's been happening in recent weeks, because since the transfer window is shut, it's been an interesting little spell, actually. In fact, you were last here when we played Chelsea in the FA Cup, didn't we? We lost in that replay by 2 goals to 1 after conceding late on. Since then, mixed form has been the summary of the day. The frustration is that we've only won 1 away game out of 4, which was against bottom of the table Birmingham. And even that, we only just snuck a victory late on as Ran Albin whacked in across as the header was away from a corner, put the second ball back in. It beat all the defenders, all the strikers and the goalkeeper to go into the top corner in second half stoppage time. Josie Altidore had got the first there. We've then produced 2 very good home wins and 3 disappointing days on the road. None more so than a battering defeat at Everton where Papi Diakate got the goal. I don't know what it is about the Fulham-Everton fixtures, but we won it 6-3 at the start of the season. We lost it 4-1 this time. An aggregate there of 7-all. Pretty entertaining between those two sides. We then got a magnificent win, probably our first one of the season against one of the real top boys against Arsenal. A 2-1 victory, and you guessed it, Juan Albin was the star of the show again. Then a 3-all draw away at Sheffield United as we conceded a late goal. And in fact, at Sheffield United, we conceded an 82nd minute equaliser. 3-all draw, Dempsey, Hangal and Sissoko. We then beat Borough by 2 goals to 1, but it was a late clinging on job after conceding in the 89th minute. Dran Albin again got the winner. Then at Newcastle, a 2-all draw with Altidore and Skelbred, and again conceded a late equaliser at the 93rd minute. If it wasn't for second half stoppage time, I think overall this season we'd probably be in a top 5 or 6. However, we're just running out of steam late in games. We're just not able to get over the line, whether it's going defensive and trying to cling on, whether it's staying the same. I've tried both multiple times and we've had similar outcomes. So there's definitely not a quick fix to it. There are still 2 or 3 positions where we are weaker than the rest. There are still areas where we're a little bit light on players. And it's part of the reason I've chosen to come back for this Blackburn game rather than the West Brom one 2 weeks later, despite West Brom being significantly higher in the table, as you can see. And the reason for that, if we go and have a look at the squad today, what do you notice? Oh yeah, 2 of our midfielders are away on under 21 international duty and the game hasn't been moved. So Schneiderlin and Sissoko, 2 of our midfield 3, both unavailable for this one. Not ideal at this time of the season. And with the greatest of respect, Danny Murphy and Dranik, not the squad depth to chase European football. We have a look at the Premier League table. We are only 4 points off Liverpool with 2 games in hand, 6 points off Villa. I think the rest is probably a bit too far to go now. Definitely not getting near the top 4 that's 12 points clear. And Arsenal have really picked up in recent weeks. Ironically, since losing to us, They've been absolutely magnificent. They battered Aston Villa by 6 goals to 1, got through in the FA Cup and Europe, and then have won 5 in a row in the league. So it really was a turning point for them in the season. We were probably just lucky that they were resting people for the first leg at the Mestalla. What it means, though, is there is no doubt about how we set up the rest of this season. We have to win games. We have to pick up points against those top sides. There is no sitting back playing for draws. We've got to go for it. There's no alternative. So at home, we've got to face Manchester United, Liverpool and Chelsea. We've got to go to Spurs, and we've got a couple of other tricky away games, including Blackburn today with a depleted squad. So let's see how we perform in the first of this doubleheader. It's going to be tricky. Everyone else has already played this weekend, and we've obviously got to make those changes in midfield. Leon Andreasen will obviously be one of them, and it's probably got to be Danny Murphy, the experience into midfield. Andranik will take his place on the bench, meaning every fit outfield player and available for selection is going to be in the squad. At the moment, we're giving a run on the right-hand side to Billy Jones and to Clint Dempsey, both of whom are doing well. The rest of the squad, you could name off by heart by now. It's Pella in goal. Jones is joined by Enrique, Hangeland and Diakate at the back. Andreasen in midfield with Murphy and Skelbred, who is still unhappy because he wants European football. Dempsey and Albin, the two wide men. Josie Altidore with 12 goals up front. One more, and he goes past Breda Hangeland at the top of the goal-scoring charts. We've actually dried up a little bit on the set-pieces front in the second half of the year. Let's see if we can go and put that right today. Well, here we go against a very decent Blackburn side. They've still got the likes of Nelson and Samba at the back. England's #1 in goal. Dean Ashton up front. We had him in FM06. We know what a good player he is. There's some quality there. Morten Gamps Pedersen was always a favourite of mine too. So let's see if we can get a result in this game. And it's not even a result at this point. We're playing a team that rather inexplicably is 17th. I suspect, looking at the bench, due to a lack of depth, only Derbyshire in this game has become anything special from that squad at the moment. However, I suspect we've got to win games like this if we want to get in the top 7. And those late draws that we've lost, you saw it in the last episode, didn't you, where we dropped a point against Villa at the end. They're the ones that are going to be costly. Early yellow card for Blackburn, a quiet start to the game. And we're back in our favourite position with a corner kick. Albin in towards Hangeland. I said they've dried up a bit. We've not scored one of them for a while. And Hangeland unfortunately puts that one over, though a positive sign that we're getting a corner and winning a set-piece header. But not on target. 10 minutes gone. David Dunn might be added to the book as well. Blackburn struggling here. And we're back again on the left-hand side just a minute later as Enrique and Albin try to combine. Ran Albin just taking on the whole team, as he has done for a lot of this season. Slams past Rigters, who's already on a yellow, can't dive in. Gets to the byline, ball is well over hit. And Billy Jones has to keep it in on the right. He finds Leon Andreasen. Onus on him today with other players out of the team. It seems when he's in that holding role, he shoots a lot more than Sissoko. It does cost us a few chances, but his long shot rating's excellent. So I'm loath to change it at times as Dempsey gets the ball in. Altidore with the header. Oh, that's been the big change this season. We're creating a lot of chances in the opposition box rather than just those long distance efforts. But 2 headers from point blank range both missed the target already, as Billy Jones has been robbed by Pedersen there. Back to Stephen Warnock. It's a good left-hand side that Blackburn have got. And Jones beaten again. Pedersen gets it into Reed. Chance to break into the box. It's a foul. Leon Andreasen wouldn't be playing today. I mean, in what Premier League games do you miss out on players during international breaks? I mean, it's ridiculous. Ashton puts the penalty in. And he wouldn't be playing today if this was scheduled normally and we had our players available. There's a reason you're a bench warmer now. He's cost us the penalty and the early goal. It's going to be that frustrating 8th place, isn't it? One of those that's going to come back to bite us in this save. Fulham get the action underway. We're a goal behind and we've not really created a shot on target just of yet. Well, free kick for Fulham, 25 minutes gone, and Albin has ignored all the big men in the box and played it back 30 yards. Dempsey shot's blocked for a corner, so we still get the chance to put one in. But for a man who's got 25 assists this season, that is not sensible play. Ran Albin will take the corner kick. We know who the targets are. Hangeland's there, but Berno Samba. Berno Samba? Jeez, I've got the name wrong there. Christopher Samba even. He has made one hell of a header there, and that's the problem physically. He can compete with our boys back there. As Enrique will look for the long ball, instead plays a 1-2 with Skelbred. Now he does go downfield. Dempsey will chase, and I tell you what, Blackburn caught out a little there. Nelson does get back at it, and Robinson will clear long downfield. Picked up by Jones, and he goes long, but Dempsey's offside if he wins it. Warnock heads away, out for a throw-in. Oh, it's been a frustrating half. It really has. Andreasen's going to get hooked at some point, but there's no one really to bring on. Put Billy Jones in midfield and Store at right back, but he's had a shocking few months. And now, yet again, Gamps Pedersen has nicked the ball high up the pitch as Rigters taking on Jose Enrique, able to beat him as well. Was poor defending from the Spaniard. Gets back to try and have a second bite of the cherry. Doesn't block the cross. Diakate misses it, and Gamps Pedersen hits the shot straight at Pella. There are a few mistakes creeping in here, and the fact we've not had a shot on target, despite creating some good chances, is of grave concern. We're approaching half-time. There's not a lot happening, and Blackburn will be absolutely thrilled with that. Been a really frustrating half, and it doesn't look like we're going to get one back. Although I say that, 1 minute of the half to go. Juan Albin with a free kick in a really dangerous position, and he's put it wide. He's normally so reliable from set pieces. Even he's made some bizarre decisions in this half. At the break, it is 1-0. It's been a really poor performance. Going to say I want to see more. I'm hoping we'll get a reaction, but the problem is we've not got that depth on the bench today. Normally an Andreasen would be there. Normally an Andy Johnson would be there. He's picked up another long-term injury in training. The sooner we can get him off the books, the better. The only real option we've got, oh my God, Stephen Reid has just scored a 30-yard screamer. It's not going to be our day, is it? We've really struggled away from home recently. I don't know what to say about it. Of course, today, the evidence is clear. We've got our whole midfield missing and it's showing. That's the area we're getting overpowered. Stephen Reid given space in possession there. But it's really frustrating away from home. We've not been able to replicate the brilliant form from Craven Cottage. As Reid's in again, probably should have scored. Danny Murphy's struggling. I think it's time we go for it now. I'm going to bring Fleck on for Murphy. And we're just going to go for both midfielders going mad. Because, look, what's the harm this time of throwing them all forward? Try and get something out of it. We're going to go a little bit more attacking as well. We're also going to take off Clint Dempsey for Pennant. Because one extra pace, but Dempsey's been shocking. To be honest, Diakate's had a stinker. Billy Jones has as well. I'm going to throw on Frederick Store at right back. And I'm just going to hope we can produce a miracle. I don't see where it's coming from now. With just over half an hour to go. I feel like I've got to do something to try and change the tide. It's been 8 shots on target apiece. Sorry, 8 shots overall apiece. But the difference is we haven't hit the target. As Albin's got a free kick. Oh, he's not put it in again. Cross the ball, Juan. We've got absolute monsters in there. Fleck from the second one forces a good save from Robinson. You see that land of giants we've got in the box? We've signed them for a reason. He puts the corner into the right position and we nearly score from it. Angelan misses the target again. That's all it takes, Juan. Why is he suddenly doing that today? I don't understand it. 20 minutes to go. We're 2-0 down. Angelan's now taken a knock. Our woes are being compounded today. 20 minutes remaining. We're 2-0 down. We're dominating the game now. And we've got him behind with Jermaine Pennant. Chance to pull one back. Pennant cuts it back to Albin. And we do score. Really clever goal, that. Unselfish from Jermaine Pennant, who struggled a bit since Christmas, but that's a really important moment. And with just under 20 remaining, we've still got a chance to get something out of this. And while I thought at the start of this match we'd probably have to win it to secure the top 7, given our home form at the minute, if we could get a draw from 2 down, it would be something. It certainly wouldn't be the end of the world. We've got 10 minutes to try and do so. It's gone a little bit quiet, frustratingly. And Paul Robinson has got a big kick, but Pennant's won it. And he's straight to Josie Altidore, who's in. Is his touch good? It is. He's through. And it's wayward. Josie, you've been in such good form the second half of the year. How can you do this to me? We can't complain. We've had some good chances in this match. As Richter's crosses, Gallagher's up. He's headed wide at a post. We really have sent a few begging, haven't we? We've had more shots overall. We've nearly had as many on target now as well. But we've only got 4 minutes to find a result as Altidore gets it from Albin. Good challenge from Stephen Reid, who at the moment is the match winner with that screamer. Enrique on the left tries to cross again. It's out for a throw-in. Just taking a bit too much time there. Can we get this ball in the box? Short to Albin, find the cross and equalise. Why is the referee on the goal line? Jeez, get out of the way, man. You're going to get match-fixing scandals if you stand there. Josie Altidore up with Samba. Only one winner. Enrique gets it the second time and fouls his man. I think it's going to be their day, isn't it? 3 minutes of stoppage time to go. Oh, Albin's come off injured. Oh, this could be the most disastrous day. If we lose our top scorer and top creator in the same match, I mean, it's game over now regardless. But that could be the season-ending blow. You can basically confirm 8th place if that's a season-ending injury. Blackburn 2, Fulham 1. We're disappointed, but I'm more worried about the long term now. What are the injury situations? Hangeland is out for... There's no injury to Albin there. Hangeland's out 4 to 5 days, so he's going to miss one match. In fact, no, he's not, because there's a week off now. And Juan Albin's fine, but 33% condition. We might need to watch out for that next week. He looks absolutely shattered, and he's going away on international duty tomorrow. Just what we need. We'll see you in a week for Chelsea and find out what of this team is left available. It's the first time we're getting real injuries and unavailability this year, and it's costing us when it matters most. We return for the first game of April and at home in the early kickoff against Chelsea. Let's see who's available today. Albin and Hangeland have both made it back to 92% condition, so I feel for a game this big, I've got to keep them in. Danny Murphy has agreed to negotiate a new contract, which will be on about, well, less than half the wage he's on now. That would be a big coup for us if we could do it. Good squad player to have for next season. He's going to be replaced today, though, by Morgan Schneiderlin, and Leon Andreasen will be replaced by Sissoko, with Andreasen replacing Andranik on the bench. Going to chuck in Pennant for Dempsey because he made an impact off the bench last week. And I think the rest of it... Oh, I'm going to bring Storr back in at right back as well. So, Frederick Storr, Musa Sissoko, Morgan Schneiderlin and Jermaine Pennant all in. Danny Murphy and Andranik drop out of the squad entirely. Billy Jones drops to the bench. In fact, Timothy Atuba picked up an injury, is out for the season. So Murphy will go back on the bench. And who's the other one who dropped out? Dempsey, Andreasen, Billy Jones, and somebody else. We'll work it out as we go along. Let's skip ahead and get through to the second game of the day. At home to these big boys, we've got to pick up results because soon it's going to be too late to close the gap down. It's a good side that Chelsea have got as well. So let's go and get into the first half. This could be a very painful day, especially as we're going to try and be a bit more attacking. Well, free kick to Chelsea with a quarter of an hour gone. Not the busiest start to the game. No shots on target for either side yet, but Frank Lampard's trying to change that. Stings the palm of Pella from a long way out. Jose Enrique there first on the rebound. 15 gone. Chelsea have the first chance, but nothing clear-cut for either side. Now, that might change now with Dario Serna's corner. Balak's up against Hangeland and beats him. Heads it wide of the post. We survived that one. It's been an even enough start, but no real chances for us yet. And now Frederick Storr's picked up a knock. His condition's struggling. I have to keep a bit of an eye on that. No shot on target with 10 to half time. And Dario Serna's got a free kick, which is comfortably over the bar. To be honest, it's been a very low quality game. As we return with 7 minutes to go to the break, Michael Essien, the hero in the FA Cup against us last time, is the one creating this time as Lampard's shot is saved. It's back in towards Joe Cole, who went off injured in that last match, and now Carvalho can look for Serna out wide. Joe Cole v Ashley Cole. Joe's offside. We get away with that one as well. You feel Chelsea are starting to get on top though. Half-time could come at a good time for us to try and get a result here. Well, at the break, we need to be a bit careful because both Pennant and Schneiderlin are struggling performance-wise, but we're doing okay. Frederick Storr's recovered physically, which is good. And to be honest, Chelsea haven't had many great opportunities at all. Now, we've had nothing, despite being more aggressive, but that may change now because Enrique looks for Pennant and Ashley Cole does really well, although Pennant's claiming for a penalty. Now, the problem I've got there, Jermaine, is you've gone charging after the referee and you've completely left your position and abdicated your responsibility. You're lucky you got away with it there. Schneiderlin's lost out in the air. Diakate against Drogba and Sissoko is backing up well as Pella clears towards Skelbred, who does really well to beat Balak. Lampard's a bit too strong this time, though. Josie Altidore will get onto the loose ball. 50-50 with Carvalho. And John Terry slides in to beat Pennant as Kalou on the left. Chance to beat his man. Skims past Frederick's score. And now he gets it up to Drogba. Chance to cross from the byline. Good block from Diakate. Warning signs on the break from Chelsea. We've still not had a shot on target. Jermaine Pennant's still rambling on about the penalty. Will you please just leave it and get back and defend? It's out for a corner kick. Who's taking that? Number 33. It's Dario Serna again. Just shows how strong this Chelsea side are. Cerner and Wagner love two of the signings, but that corner is really poor. Pella are able to deal with it easily. It's the same two players we may be looking at substituting. Pella throws out here to Jose Enrique, and Albin's making a run down the line. He looks for him, and he should beat Carvalho for pace. Now, how's your touch? It's not bad from Albin, but then he lets Carvalho back in. Just dallies a little as Hangeland beats Drogba to the second ball. Sissoko with not the best pass back to Diakate. It's cleared as far as Albin. John Terry's made a mistake. It allows Per Skelbred in possession. He's tried to go over check, but he beats the crossbar as well. Oh, we're creating as Ashley Cole's got a throw on the left to Ballack. Chance to play a 1-2. Cole will cross early. Kalu's up. Enrique wins it. It's Ran Albin v Cerner. And now Enrique's got time to bring it down. Goes long down the line. Carvalho will be favourite, but Skelbred and Albin both closing in. Trying to prevent the clearance, and Albin does. Blocks the second one. Gets possession. And there's two in the middle if he can find them. It's Ran Albin to the byline. Just took too long again. I know he loves to beat a man, but he's trying to beat him twice there. Though he's claiming for a penalty as well. Is the big team bias working against us here? Because that's two shouts in a few minutes. And both wingers almost certain they should have had a spot kick. We did have one in the last match as well, which the media fell silent on after our criticism. And we didn't get any warnings or anything. So perhaps we should have had one there as well. Which is even more frustrating when one was given against us. As Skelbred gets it from Enrique. Had a really good season, Per Skelbred. Altidore starting to struggle again though. Gives it away. Kalu finds Essien. Space to shoot if he wants to. We know he's dangerous from there, but in the end plays wide to Joe Cole. Players in the middle if he can find them. It's a great ball. And Pella does really well. Pennant clears it as far as Albin. And he says anywhere will do. Terry gives it away to Schneiderlin though. And now we can break. Altidore's got Pennant to his right. You've got to play the pass. You had to put him in there. He had acres of space. Jermaine Pennant up again. Wins the flick on. But it's missed opportunities on the counter. We've still not had a shot on target, but we're competitive again as that long ball's forward. It's Altidore v Terry. Josie Altidore wins the race, forces the save, then it falls for Pennant. Why didn't he hit it first time? Second one's blocked by Terry for a corner. Oh, he had an open goal. Maybe it just didn't sit down for him, but surely you had to have a go. Albin with the corner. Schneiderlin's up. Not hitting the right targets there. It's headed away as far as Essien. Beats Skelbred, but it falls for Jermaine Pennant. He just goes on a charge, finds Altidore, turns Carvalho inside out. Brilliant play. Dario Cerner saves the day. It's out for a throw-in. We're playing well second half. We've had our first shot on target of the match here. As again, we're in possession. Drogba fouls Sissoko. We've got our chance to work forward here. And I would argue we've looked the stronger the last 10 minutes, which is never a bad thing. Let's see if we can make it count now as Albin comes out to the right to take this free kick. If we could win this game, we are right back in the race for the top 7. And a couple of other results going our way could make us favourites again. Didier Drogba picks up a yellow card. That's not too big a deal because they'll just bring Wagner Love on. But what's this delivery going to be like? From Albin, up to the back post. Why is Skelbred the target? Doesn't matter when he wins it. Oh, Jermaine Pennant. Straight at Peter Cech. Either side, it's a certain goal. Oh, it's the best chance of the game. It's the first clear-cut chance. And now a penalty's been given against us. We've had 3 penalty shouts at the other end. And you give the first one against Breda Hangeland. Commentary says it's harsh. Oh, the big team bias is working against us. Who do you support, referee? Martin Atkinson. Lampard steps up. We had a penalty given against us and one not awarded to us in the last game. The media would suggest that both decisions were wrong. And in this one, we've had 2 penalty shouts waved away that were very strong. 1 half chance and then a harsh one given against us. Starting to feel like things are conspiring against us here. Altidore's going to be replaced by... I think I'm going to go John Fleck for a bit of pacing behind. I'm going to take Schneiderlin off for Andreasen and push Sissoko further forward. And I'll also take off Pennant for Dempsey. Just because I don't feel Pennant's had the strongest game overall. Missed a couple of good chances. And Dempsey has popped up with the odd goal this year. So let's give it a chance. We've had the best one of the match and missed it. And now we find ourselves 1-0 down. You feel we're destined for 8th, but we've got to salvage something. As Albin puts the cross in. Flex up. Oh, over the bar. It's another glorious chance. John Fleck misses it. And with 15 to go. Chelsea spared the blushes again. As Drogba crosses, Diakate will get there. Space to bring it away downfield to John Terry. Has time to bring it down for Ashley Cole. Now Frank Lampard. Into Ballack. Space to run into. Finds Drogba. Good run off him from Sen. Frees up Joe Cole. Chance to shoot. Good save Pella. And Andreasen can bring it away. We're inevitably going to give up chances while we play aggressively now. And that ball from Albin to Fleck is not a good one. It's been such an even game. You can see how close we are to the top 7, both in league position and in performances. But it's just those individual errors and that depth when there's the key players missing. Our 11 can compete with anyone, but a 2 or 3 missing makes a big difference as Enrique heads away as far as Albin. Turns on the ball, finds Sissoko. Skelbred gets there ahead of Sen. Good switch of play to Dempsey, the sub. Now Sissoko. Dempsey out of contract in 3 months, incidentally. Won't discuss a deal at the moment. Storr finds Andreasen and we continue to probe. Skelbred's got it 25 yards out. Shot straight at the keeper. And over the bar as well. Watches it go past his woodwork. And Peter Cech is a very happy man. 10 remaining. We've still got a chance. And there's an injury to Chelsea. Ashley Cole going off. But it's really gone quiet. This is what Chelsea did at their best. Go 1-0 up, make the game go quiet. We've had so many chances to get something out of this, and we've not made it happen. Dario Serna gets a late yellow card, but we're into stoppage time. We've not had any more chances, and it's going to be a 1-0 defeat. They are 2 really gutting results. I've got to see what's said about the penalty now. It's a great effort. We're so close. Controversial decision. He's got some explaining to do after giving the penalty against Fulham. There you go. The penalty decision has cost us 2 games in a row. We've been on the end of the wrong decision. And those 2 points could have made a massive difference. If we were on 58 here, we'd be 2 off Liverpool. We'd be 5 off Villa. Now 7. It feels like a long way away. Let's very quickly skip through the 3 PM kickoffs because Aston Villa are at home, Liverpool away to City who are challenging for the title. Let's see what the results of those are and plan when we're going to be back. Well, there is some good news to come from today's results because we've not lost much ground. Aston Villa held at home to Blackburn and Liverpool lose away at Manchester City. Spurs in 4th have also lost, though I think that's a little too late for us. However, we've still got the outside sniff of 6th and 7th. With a game in hand, we are 4 and 8 points behind. If we can pick up a result, you never know. We've still got Liverpool at home. We've got West Brom next week. And then I think we're going to return for that. We're going to show Liverpool and Spurs. And then we're going to show West Ham and Sunderland. United is probably a game we're going to lose. They're top of the league. Maybe they'll get the jitters late on. I don't know. West Brom is a tough game on the road. Liverpool is huge. Spurs is huge. So let's show as much of the running as possible and see if we can get ourselves in contention. If you want to stay up to date with that and you did enjoy this one, 2 gutting defeats in the end. But our form, particularly away from home, has just started to dwindle recently. And please do put a thumbs up on it. How can it be that 2 games in a row, the result has been settled against us by poor refereeing decisions on penalties? One of those things, they say they even out. Certainly didn't in this episode, did they? If you want to stay up to date and see if we can stop having players on international duty in the middle of the season and hopefully have them available for the run-in, then please do subscribe and turn that notification bell on. The run-in will be live over the next 2 days as we look to try and chase these European places. Will one of them go on a shocking run and give us a chance at 7th? I think that's all we can hope for at this point. Hopefully you'll come and join me to find out the answer in the next few days. Don't forget to follow us on Twitch, where we're live tomorrow with a watch-along as the Champions League returns for an all-Irish qualifier. I'll see you there for that, and I'll see you here for a run-in with Fulham FC, where we've still got an outside chance at Europe, and I intend to try and take advantage of it.